As a multiple season top 500 player, I'm here today to teach you guys Iron Man in Marvel Rivals. When talking about Iron Man, we need to address both of his main attacks. For one, he has a regular AoE explosion which consumes 10 ammo when fired, and for his second attack, he shoots a laser beam in a straight line, consuming much less ammo but having much better single target damage. His explosion that he shoots out from his regular attack is really good against AoE targets, and if you're trying to shoot someone from really far away that you typically cannot hit with your beam. The explosion is really good for farming ult charge when people are in groups or they're in a support ult, and is really similar to Squirrel Girl in Junkrat from Overwatch in the sense that it's a giant explosion, but the only difference is Iron Man's shots are in a straight line. So typically you want to aim them at the floor under you whenever you're shooting down at someone. The same thing goes for when someone is literally directly under you. You obviously cannot hit them with your laser beam because it's like impossible to track them while you're moving. So you want to shoot your AoE explosions instead of shooting your beam. Now comes the most important ability for Iron Man, his hump. This is how you hump, guys. Here's the tech. Instead of using Iron Man's beam and actually holding down the button, spam the ability and you will hump with maximum efficiency as fast as possible. The quicker you spam it, the more he humps. Use this tech on your healers or your enemies to assert dominance. Iron Man's Fly is essentially a free roam ability that you can use whenever you want to get to a new position. It's important to note that this ability is so loud when you are on the enemy team. So do not think you are safe when you're using it to run away from anybody hearing you, because I promise you, I can hear this ability from across the map. When Iron Man uses this ability, his entire body turns horizontal, which makes him a tiny bit harder to hit for the enemy team. So it's a great tool to get back into the fight from spawn and to get away from really bad positions you're in, or get into a good position right before you use your ultimate. It has a small meter, and once this meter runs out, you can't fly anymore. Iron Man's next ability, his power-up, is where Iron Man goes through a small 1 to 2 second animation and gains wings and 50 shield and gets a massive power boost to both of his primary fires and infinite ammo. He can also infinitely fly around in this state as well, fully refreshing his meter. Both of his attacks deal so much more damage. The beam has some of the highest DPS in the game when you're fighting a solo target, and the missiles do a ridiculous amount of damage when you're spamming them down choke. His ammo, however, is not reloaded after the ability ends, so that is an important thing to note. If you expect using the infinite, we'll reload it after. On top of that, the range is extended with your beam, and his explosions are way bigger AoE circles, dealing a lot more damage. When exiting this mode, Iron Man is really vulnerable, same as when he enters it, and it also cancels his fly when you're trying to run away. So be prepared for the end of the mode and go behind a wall right before the timer runs out, or you're probably going to get caught out in the open and killed. Next up is Iron Man's most useless ability in the entire game! Ha 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 ha! His missile. These are literally the most pointless thing ever. They do no damage, they don't destroy cover. I mean, you can also use them while you're in your power-up form, but they are literally so bad. It's not even considered an ability. I had one clip where I got a kill with these missiles. I lost the clip. It's gone. Next up is just his Ultron team up, which is literally just a 5% damage boost, which is just like the old Gamma ability that he had with Hulk, which is why Iron Man is such a good pair with Ultron. On top of Ultron putting his drone on Iron Man and them two being alive in the sky forever, I highly recommend running Iron Man with Ultron, especially if you have a good duo who plays Ultron, because these two are like a match made in heaven. That's why they're always banned in my lobbies. Before we get to the next part of the video, please like and sub. Like 90-something% of you guys are not sub. Also, I've been posting the videos on TikTok, and I see there's a lot of you guys on there. What's up? Guys, watch it on YouTube. It's 10 times better quality, or watch the streams live. I promise you, you won't regret it. But yeah, guys, feel free to give me more guide suggestions in the comments. I think I'm going to do Doctor Strange next. Maybe? I don't know. I want to do a tank-only account. So we'll see. We'll see. Whatever tank I like the most. Okay, back to the video. All 4 flyers give in. It is possible, technically. It's just very unlikely.
Jarvis, get ready to clip this shit. Oh! Jarvis, prepare to clip Lunas now. Jarvis, clip this guy's ass. What is he doing? Jarvis, murder this Jeff. Jarvis, clip this shit.
Being on the enemy team when an Iron Man uses this ult is like an actual horror film. Iron Man's ult has to be one of the most game-changing ults in Marvel Rivals. This thing is a one-shot to anybody who even comes in contact with a morsel of it when it hits the ground. It can kill through every single support ult in the entire game with ease and even kill whoever's standing next to the supports. It's insane. When Iron Man ults, he shoots a gigantic pulse cannon that one-shots anything in its path with a huge explosion radius. The literal only downside to this ultimate is the fact that you have to stand still when you are doing it for like 1 to 2 seconds. Be very careful using this around Magnetos. Like, bait out their ults first, because a mag can suck up your ult when you use it and like, LeBron! And just insta-kill you, bro. If you do not hit someone with the direct center of this ultimate, it will only hit them for a small percentage of the damage. So typically you want to hit them in the center. Usually shoot directly at the floor, and the radius of the ult is so incredibly large that regardless of how far away they are from the ult, it will probably still kill them a large majority of the time. This ult also farms incredibly fast because of the AoE explosion radius I talked about earlier. I mean, just look at this clip. I literally get it in like 2 seconds. It's ridiculous. So typically, if you can get bubbled or get an invisible woman shield or get a Magneto on your team or any form of shield that insta prevents you from dying when you use this ult, you are guaranteed to win the fight, like every single time. It's usually good to fly around corners or play around a corner when you shoot this ult because the radius is so big, it doesn't matter where you shoot it. Just try not to get yourself killed and flank too hard because people can easily laser you when you use this, and you can also be stunned out of it, so be careful. So now let's go over the last part of Iron Man. Iron Man is a flyer, similar to Ultron, which lets him attack from backlines or high ground while staying close to pillars or structures that can make it really hard for the enemy team to shoot you. His whole kit is revolved around being as annoying as possible and like a literal fly that does a ridiculous amount of damage whenever he uses his power-up. But just because you can also play at the top and spam down a choke does not mean you should be afraid to get into the front lines, especially with Iron Man's power-up ability, because Iron Man's damage is often enough to outperform almost any DPS in the entire game or easily get a pick on a support and put fights in your favor a large majority of the time. If you're playing Iron Man in ranked, I strongly recommend banning Hela or Punisher or any anti-aerial character because they will make your day absolutely miserable, or just avoid playing Iron Man into them entirely. Usually they will poke you from afar while you're on the high ground, which means you always have to play around pillars and make yourself as hard to kill as possible, which is a little bit of an annoying playstyle compared to if they don't have any anti-air. But to be honest, if they don't have any anti-air, Iron Man is going to be an amazing pick. Whenever you're playing in like the top spot or whenever you're playing in front of people, fly in front of your healers. Please, guys, do not just expect heals while you are literally 200 feet into the sky. I promise you, your healers do not care about you when you are sitting all the way up there. So fly down in front of their faces and like spin in circles while you're flying, because Iron Man can be really annoying with that, to keep yourself alive from the enemy DPS that are shooting at you. This character is quite unique because he can play the air, he can play in main, he can also play like really far up. So don't be afraid with Iron Man. He is a very, very strong character with his damage and his burst. When you ult, try and position yourself in a place where your ult can easily hit the enemy supports, because I know like a Cloak is going to ult, she's going to try and dash away from you. So try and put yourself in the optimal position before she ults and like preemptively predict where she's going to go. Like whether it's on point, you know, Cloak will ult first on point and then second try and run away or run into their Magneto. And if you know Cloak's going to run into the Magneto and get bubbled, ult someone else. Always get value out of your ults based on where you're standing. Like if you ult closer to the floor to insta-explode the ult, that's also important to know. Or if you ult far away, because you know they don't have anything to block it. That's also important. It depends on the situation. But yeah, guys, that's about it for the Iron Man guide. Thank you guys so much for watching. These videos take a while to make. If you guys did not already see the solo queue speedrun video, or any of the other guides that I'm going to put on the links here in the top right corner, please go take a look, or please like and sub. These videos literally take me forever. I started this video at 8 p.m. last night, and it is 6 p.m. right now, so... Alright, yeah, but bye guys. I will see you in the next video. Check me out on Twitch or TikTok or the other videos. Bye-bye!